Hello, y'all. It's 3:47 p.m. So I said that today must be a satanic ritual high day because the perp activity was pretty bad both online and in person. And they've been vibrating my feet all day long. They're vibrating my feet right now, mainly the left foot. So, well, it wasn't the worst day to have today, but I had like a kind of a pretty much a rough day. So I dealt with the harassment all morning long online and then dealing with the in-person harassment and also the direct and energy weapons. And as I said, I'm going through too much torture to be falsely accused of being fake. Even the regular perps are falsely accusing me of being a fake TI, in which they work for Satan and everything they do or say is a lie and false. So it's a miracle that there's anyone left. Even though it's a small handful of people, like I pointed out the other day, for me to have anybody left for any support. Excuse me. So she was blasting her TV with the kids like all night. And even like, because everything would be quiet and she wouldn't even have her TV on or much or nothing. But the first day here, like I came here, I was dazed and sleep deprived, and I was tired. In the same way as if I've been on the streets for a long time and hadn't had a bath or a shower, and finally get help with a hotel room. And one of the first things I end up wanting to do is take a shower and then try to get me some sleep. So when I came here, it was about 2 or 3 something in the afternoon. Excuse me. And it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it came from her house that I just heard loud kids. But I'm like, wait a minute, I thought the lady from the housing place told me that it was very quiet over here and that it's mainly old people over here. But nah, it's the young folks over here. But so the first day, like when I came up in here, within the first 3 minutes of me walking around and taking a tour of this place, I opened the first closet in the hallway, the closet closest to the bedroom. Excuse me. That closet had a roach at the top of the wall. At the top of the door on the inside, and I freaked out. And then I would see like at least between 2 and 4 roaches per day. But whether it be baby roaches or big roaches, but ever since they did the big pest control on Wednesday, I haven't seen not one roach at all. And a couple of days before, a day or 2 before he came, I started to get a few gnats. But I don't even see the gnats anymore either. But yesterday evening, I think when I was eating dinner, I saw like what looked like a red mosquito or something. But other than that, it seemed like that pest control is very effective so far. So anyway, so it's like the kids were talking loud, but I think it was my first day here, and just about every day, um, the guy from a few doors down, blasting loud music. And I think he did do it the first day, later on in that evening. But at first I got the wrong house. I thought it was one of the other houses, apartments or whatever. And so, but I think after a few, I don't remember if I told him, oh, and you know what? I tried to the first day. And I think was it the first day or after a couple of days, I knocked on the door and the music was so loud I couldn't even, nobody could hear me knocking. Excuse me. So after a few days, I was able to, ask him about it. And he was respectful and turned it down. But then for Labor Day, he was blasting loud music, later on. And then after that, he stopped for a while. And then one day, was it last week or the week before, that he did it one time, while I was in the middle of taking a shower. But it wasn't last week. I think it was the week before. And I don't even remember. I think it was the week before last, and I don't remember what day it was, the day that she had her loud music. And I showed y'all on video the altercation or whatever. And then she also, strategically waited for me to be in the middle of washing myself, taking a shower, to blast loud music out of nowhere. Excuse me. So if she has kids as young as babies, and I'm 40 years old, she's definitely younger than me. If she got all those small little kids, she's definitely younger than me. And the way she called herself, trying to use her words to try to psychologically, mentally, and verbally rough handle me so hard. But, and then she revealed herself as a perp. So I don't know how many kids she got, but I thought I counted at least 4. But I don't know how many kids she got. So as of yesterday, I think I started making, I don't want to say jokes, but, make remarks saying that she had like 666 kids. Because she dressed her kids in perp clothes and try to, she would dress her kids in perp clothes. And she was dressed like a perp, and I, told y'all about the same time entry and exit, and she was perping with the red on Thursday. So, let's see. So, the day that she had blasted the music, that night and 2 more nights, she would blast her TV all night. And one time, it was within the first week of me being here. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and her and I don't know if the baby daddy or whatever, it was like they were arguing and like 3 o'clock in the morning and kept me awake all night. But I never saw who he is, and that was, I think, the only time I ever heard his voice. So, excuse me. So then, after those 2 or 3 days, after we had that small little argument, after that, and y'all saw it in the video, well, I didn't yell at her or whatever, but she got smart ass and disrespectful, but I asked her politely, And so then everything was quiet, like 3 days, like she did it that night, and then the next 2 nights of blast loud TV at night. Then she went back quiet and left me alone. Thursday, she like the day before yesterday, she saw me and had what looked like the youngest baby, and the baby looked like it was a year old. And she was perping with the red shirt, gray shorts, and red flip flops. And she was walking out of her apartment when I was walking towards mine after taking out the trash and getting the mail, and after that incident with that military lady, with that retired military perp, who was also perping with the red shirt. So ever since Thursday, like, I haven't been hearing her TV, but ever since Thursday, after she saw me, she waited till 10 minutes after I was already in the tub, taking my detox bath. I couldn't get any peace or relax because she had the TV loud enough to where I can hear it. And then, she had the TV loud enough where I can hear it. And then later on Thursday night, she had the TV on all night, loud enough where I could hear it and couldn't sleep. And then last night, she had the TV on, and all throughout the middle of the night. And then, everything was all quiet, but at least 8 o'clock, she turned on the TV and, blasted a loud TV. And then, like, after some time, after I went to the store to go get another phone charger, and I came back, and she was, the music wasn't blaring super, super loud, but it was loud enough to disturb me. And I was trying to say that she hadn't been doing that. But just because she saw me the other day and pretended that she didn't see me, because as I said, she didn't give me eye contact. She didn't even look my way or look at me. But she called herself trying to punish me with the silent treatment, and, and make me feel like as if she think that I don't exist. And just like what other ghetto narcissistic abusers have done. So, So, yeah. So, I don't know how young she is or how old she is, but she might be under 30 years old. And it's like, if you purpose somebody, and if you're a very abusive person, then how can you live a normal life and hold down a job and work there long term, and have a car or whatever vehicle you drive? So if you got a car and kids, you definitely got higher income than I do. You got a car and kids and living in the same place, you definitely got higher income. But I don't know if all these are one bedroom. But even the perp neighbors here, on this side, the female, she smiled at me, but she had somebody that looked like her son. And every single day, he's always perping with the red. But I don't know how many people live up in there, but they damn sure be having a lot of visitors. And and I don't know who that be up in there, the perps on this side. These are the ones that I found out, the dudes or whoever, be smoking weed. I thought it was her, but nah, it's whoever on this side, they be smoking weed. But the woman on this side, when she saw me, she was nice and she smiled. But the son was purple with the red shirt. But the white female that was a visitor, she came over on Thursday, the day of the inspection thing, right? No, it was Wednesday, the day of the inspection. And she gave me mean, dirty looks and was perping with the red shirt and had blue, what looked like blue capri pants or something, like kind of jeans, like jeans, but they were capri pants. But I think when I was going to McDonough 26, people used to call those high waters or something like that. But yeah, like she had like blue jean capri pants. So, and this morning, the kids, like any other Saturday since I've been here, it had been quiet. But the kids were like very loud, this morning. And she was like, she had the TV on loud at first, and then afterwards she turned around and started blasting the music. And so I was about to make an important phone call. But before the phone call, I went outside, and I think that now I'm hearing different stories. Certain professed targeted individuals said it is not your neighbors using their phones to hit you with directed energy weapons. Some people say it's the satellites in the sky or the drones in the sky. I mean, I damn sure can't see the drones during the day, but I would usually be able to see them at night. And I haven't been outside at night really living here, and I haven't noticed the drones. But I would get like helicopters flying low over here. I heard it one time. I physically saw it and had it on video. But the other two times I heard it, like a helicopter flying very low over my apartment or whatever. But so when she was blasting loud music, all I know is I wonder how the hell I felt. And I was trying to step outside and try to figure out where the noise was coming from. It was right next door. And so some people say it's satellites. Other targeted individuals say it is your neighbors using their phones. Or that they might, if they're not using their phones, they're using some other equipment. And they say that's why certain gang stalkers would walk around with duffel bags and stuff. Or have like certain equipment, So all I know is when I went to try to put her on film, well, not her face, but trying to audio record the music, and I don't know how I lost balance and fell. And it caught me off guard and shocked me, and my phone fell on the ground and everything. I fell on the porch. So then, I tried to get back up and lost balance again and, fell. So if it is the case that your neighbors are using their phones to hit you with weapons, then she likely hit me with the weapons to try to stop me from exposing her noise harassment. And then it would be quiet off and on throughout the day, but I've been like, at the moment, the vibrating has not stopped. I don't feel it in my right foot, but I feel it so heavy in my left foot, the vibrating. So, excuse me. So, I mean, well, I'm not saying she hit me with the weapons, but I'm saying she's most likely, if it is the case. Because as I said, I don't know everything about this gang stalking, but I know a lot of what I experienced. But I know more about the physical side of the gang stalking. But the complex, advanced technology stuff, I have difficulty comprehending that, but they got certain professed targeted individuals who say that people sitting next to them or their neighbors, or people near them is hitting them with direct energy weapons. Other professed targeted individuals say, oh, don't accuse people around you of hitting you with weapons because you make the TI community look bad and sound crazy. It's not people, oh, it's the satellites in the sky. Excuse me. So I don't know what the hell to believe about that, but I really think that it was her who hit me with the direct energy weapons and made me fall as a way to try to act like she's trying to prevent me from exposing her doing the noise harassment. And it's not, I haven't been able to get peace and quiet. And because the idiots like her is the reason why I can't do a fucking work at home job, even if I did have a laptop that works. But I don't feel safe living by her. But it was hard to get in here. It was hard to get in here. And I heard that us living in Pensacola, pretty much almost all the housing is full, pretty much, So it won't be so easy to move somewhere else. And I damn sure don't feel like moving no fucking where else. And I'm tired of moving everywhere. So, excuse me, but I don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable or safe, with her as my neighbor. And she's been giving me the hardest time. At least the other guy, when I asked him, to stop with the loud music, I don't command or demand or tell him what to do. I ask him, can he please? And I explain about my hypersensitive ear condition and my disability. And then he'll respectfully turn it down. Or, but her, younger than me and got zero respect. No respect. But you got kids that young, you at least 25 and under. But she looks older. She looks like she's at least 30. But I know she damn sure ain't 40 years old. I promise you she's not 40 years old. Excuse me. So, I'm not even sure if I can hear anything right now, but my left foot, like mainly around the heel area, has been vibrating pretty much all day. And I feel like I don't want to move. I want to stay here. I don't want to move. But, I just wish that she would be more respectful and neighborly and stop with her pert bullshit. But it's made to look like I'm the one who's not mentally functional and can't hold down a job. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, how can these perps be considered so functional? They have, you see on social media just about every day, people who aren't fit to drive a car. And people who do crazy shit with cars. But the fake foster mom, Adrian Felder, used to try to bully, harass, and lecture me and tell me that I don't have the mentality, the sense, or business to drive a car. Well, I proved her wrong. But now, the gang stalking network have been sleep depriving me so bad that I can't even cook a meal. I can barely cook a meal. I'm not going to say I can't cook a meal, but I can barely cook a meal due to the days of sleep deprivation torture. But they can be so functional and normal and go on about society like normal. And for me to be so sleep deprived due to the direct energy weapons. But I saw a TikTok video earlier about these gangbangers or whoever in Los Angeles metro area or something. If it wasn't Los Angeles, I don't remember. Um, that they deliberately hit a police with their car, a police officer, and killed them. Like hit them with their car on purpose. And then they bragged and filmed themselves also hitting a passenger on a bike and killing them, and then bragging and laughing about it. Like just killing random innocent people in your car, and I bet you people will let them out of jail and give them access to driving cars again. Gang stalkers have deliberately made attempts to run me over with their cars, and I got video footage of that too. People trying to run over me with their cars on purpose, and that is my reason for my gang stalking perp walks. So I so I thought it was like 3:46 or 3:47 this afternoon when I started filming and recording, but now it says 4:13 p.m. So let's see. So I think it was last night I had the pork and beans and rice and let's see, pork and beans and rice and a piece of salmon with some barbecue sauce on it for dinner. And then I was still hungry, so I had a bowl of the Captain Crunch cereal. And I'm like, damn, I hope I ain't addicted to this kind of cereal. Because I've been craving it. I would eat it like 2 bowls for breakfast, and then right after my dinner, this has been like for the past couple of days or past few days, like, and then I would eat like a bowl for dinner after dinner. After I eat my dinner, then eat a bowl. And I'm like, hold on, because I haven't been eating Captain Crunch, but once these like the two boxes, they're almost gone. I don't know if I have 1 or 2 more days left. So, I don't think I'll be buying Captain Crunch anymore. I haven't had Captain Crunch really in years because I usually, don't even eat that no more. I haven't eaten Captain Crunch really in years. Or like that kind of cereal, I'd be trying to stay away from. But when I was homeless, as I said, I would eat like Honey Nut Cheerios, sometimes Frosted Flakes, or Cinnamon Toast Crunch or something like that. But as I said, I want to go back to the way I had been eating before I became homeless. Back in 2018, the way I was eating before I became homeless, I want to go back to eating that way again. So I guess, like yesterday, I think I kind of may have overbaked or overcooked the salmon, and it was kind of tough and dry yesterday. It wasn't juicy like the other days because when I baked it yesterday on 425 for 25 minutes, it seemed like with the meat thermometer it came up to 140 degrees. So I kind of thought, well, I kind of thought it wasn't cooked long enough, So then I tried to cook it for like 10 or 15 more minutes, and it was, kind of dry, but it was still edible, But the previous couple of times, I don't know what I did, but it was so juicy and yummy. Excuse me. So then today, I found that extra dollar and the extra change Like I had like $1.87 in the bank. And then, $1.87 after the day I went to Family Dollar to get the breakfast food and a couple other things. So then, after that, I I found that extra dollar, and I counted all the coins and everything, and it turned out to be, with the dollar included, with the cash that I had, it was it was $12.83. So if it weren't for that piece of if it weren't for that piece of plug being stuck inside the outlet, then that's the extra, almost $13 I could have had. But I had to get a new charger. And I got the new charger, and the man was nice, and and I'm not gonna say the other good stuff, because of the online perks. So excuse me, but so I was feeling down about the threats from the online gang stalkers this morning. I felt spiritually and psychologically and mentally and emotionally down. So I bought like a couple of snacks, and it wasn't that much gang stalking activity, but it was a little bit. But yesterday evening, I think when I went to walk from the bedroom towards the kitchen, I think to probably throw my plate of leftover, to throw my plate away and try to, how when you're done eating and you have like paper plates and stuff. So to throw all that away, and they had at least 2 or 3 vehicles in the parking lot. Excuse me. And they were sitting in the parking lot, and the moment I walked into the living room, all those vehicles had dispersed and drove off. And I'm inside my house, and I can see y'all from a distance way in that parking lot. And the moment I walk into the kitchen, try to walk into the living room, that's when they drive off like scared people, like as if they were waiting for me to walk into the living room. So this morning, when I went to take out the trash, they had a black man in a raggedy white truck. It was a small white truck, like probably 80s model of Chevy S10. I think that's the model. And it looked like the truck version, not the SUV, but truck version of a 80s or 90s model, like the Chevy Blazer or Chevy Trailblazer, the older ones. So he had his elbow hanging out the window and waved and pretended to be fake nice. But I tried to call him gang stalker to his face, but I said it kind of under my breath a little bit, But he pretended to be fake nice, but he so happened to be driving by precisely while I'm putting my bag in the dumpster. And so then, also, I think it was after I came back from the store, sometime after, and they had these perps walking on the other side of the parking lot. and one of them was wearing a red shirt, and it was a female wearing like blue and reds walking behind her, and the shorter female, and all the way from my house and me being in the living room, um, she looked my way and gave me the hate, anger look, like as if I'm forbidden to look and try to frighten, scare, and intimidate me. But they were on the other side, like over there, like way in the parking lot. Like, I didn't think that somebody could see me from way over there. Excuse me. So, but yeah. Um, so this the charger, I had to pay like $7 for it, but it would have been $5 at Family Dollar. But I didn't get like last night. I'm not gonna say like I got very little sleep again last night, and I don't remember if it was before 6 o'clock or around 6 o'clock that I woke up and could not go back to sleep. But I don't remember what time last night I went to bed. It was definitely before midnight. You know what? Yeah, it was definitely before midnight, but I don't remember what time I went to bed last night. But excuse me, I got very little sleep, but I don't remember any dreams that I had. But yeah, my sleep wasn't that great at all. I mean, again. So, but I think the night before I got the cable box, I don't remember sleeping well that night. The day I got up in here, I had to sleep on the floor, but I had the the shower curtain, the cheap shower curtain I put down there, and I was on the floor, and I think I did have a small little blanket, and I was so cold. I was cold, freezing cold that night, and couldn't sleep. And then when I got the baby mattress, excuse me, I slept very well the second night, after I got the stuff out the storage unit. And then my sleep was not as good as the second night, but I was getting kind of good sleep. But then ever since the day before, I got the cable box. I mean, not cable. I mean the Wi-Fi thing. I haven't been able to sleep well. But I think it was the night before last I slept kind of good, and maybe another time earlier this week I slept kind of good. But excuse me, I've been having difficulty sleeping. But they've been having moments where I wouldn't even have something like this, and still the gang stalking network will sleep deprive me. Like even when I was living in Greenville, South Carolina, I had no internet, I had no phone, I had nothing in my house, and they would still be sleep depriving me for days. So, and they were even vibrating my body the day I got here. Like they were vibrating my body. And almost every day vibrating my body. But here it's different because anywhere between 3 and 5 p.m., the vibrating is the worst. But when I lived in other places, like started in Los Angeles, but Los Angeles, my hometown, New Orleans, or Greenville, South Carolina, they would start the vibrating at 7 o'clock or 7:30 p.m. And then it would get worse after 11 p.m. And it would be worse Thursday through Sunday night, but I would get more peace sometimes Monday through Wednesday night. But it was torture and hell with the vibrating every city and state, everywhere I go, homeless or not, everywhere I go, and can't escape this hell of a nightmare. So anyway, excuse me. So, well, I told y'all I worked on a few blog posts yesterday on my blog, and one of them is a topic that I can't talk about on here. But this morning I woke up. No, I didn't wake up to it. Or did I? Yeah, there was a perp. I don't know who that was threatening me. That I don't know what perp that was. I thought I had some ideas, but I kind of don't know who that was that threatened me. And then, the perps be on my ass, stalking all my activities, stalking everything I do. And even the hidden comments, they like when they have top comments and you can't see it, but then you look at comments that say newest, you click on that tab, and the online perps noticed and press the like button. Like if I only got one thumbs up or no thumbs up on on a post, whether it be a video or a community post, I might get one or no thumbs up. And then a perp make a false statement about me and make up lies with a fake brand new account with, and saying insulting stuff. And y'all give that perp more thumbs up than I get on my own channel. I'm the only YouTuber who get treated like this. Treated like I don't have any rights on my own fucking channel. Like y'all try to boss, control, overrule, and think you got fake high authority over me on my own channel. So, as I said, if you don't like what I post, it's senseless for you to be stalking and fucking harassing, for years. And then you're complaining about stuff that's not your business. And then you talk about the latest, y'all gossip about the latest thing that Candy has complained about. So for me to expose the gang stalking activity after getting a new place, y'all call that being ungrateful and unhappy and miserable and complaining. When it's not y'all business, but the satanic online gang stalkers, they have even said, we own you. How are you going to own somebody you don't know? And then they had another perp that got 5 thumbs up for talking about, oh, you're racist and homophobic and you're this and you're that and there's proof of you doing this and that in your videos. Okay, why did you make a fake new account after I blocked you? So you made a fake new account. As I said, if y'all think y'all so bold, it's fucking senseless that y'all want to talk with your words like you're so fucking tough and bold, but you will not show your face on your real name. And y'all talk all this fake shit, this fake tough bold shit, but you're hiding behind your phones and won't even reveal who you are. And then y'all do this shit in packs and groups, a whole clan, a whole fucking cult. As I said, like last night, when my video uploaded last night, there was one of the perps, because I looked in the YouTube studio when I went to try to monetize the video. And, one of the perps, basically, they thumbs down the video the very second it was uploaded before that anybody could hear or see anything I had to say. And them thumbing me down, it's a control tactic. It's a control tactic. you know, excuse me. So thumbing me down the very second that the video is uploaded before anybody could see what I had to say. Because y'all know that, and then other people, how come it's okay for people with 50,000 subscribers to say like, comment, share, and subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up to push it out in the algorithm? So the fact that y'all feel the need to suppress and thumbs down all my videos so that my videos can't be pushed out into the algorithm, and y'all call me childish for pointing that out because it's perp activity that y'all doing, and then y'all saying that I'm being childish, petty, and complaining, and that all I care about is subscribers and getting my subscribers, likes, and numbers up, when y'all get likes, comments, subscribers, and numbers up for lying. But, and long before I became monetized, they were, thumbing down all my videos. But y'all say that I'm childish, petty, and need to grow up. I mean, y'all hate me as a person because of false rumors said about me. Even if you falsely interpret that somebody's racist, it's the way you think that about that person. But you lied and said I had proof of this and proof of that. When y'all lie and manipulate and twist things to give false proof or fake proof, or y'all lie and manipulate and y'all tell lies and show lies and then manipulate and alter things to make a person look bad, and then falsely pass y'all delusional lies off as this is us exposing the truth about Candy, when you're actually doing lies, false rumors, and smear campaigns. So y'all act like, well, Candy's racist and homophobic, which is lies, but but then y'all use that to justify hating my guts. But how come there's nobody to hate y'all? The fact that if you prejudice of somebody who you think is crazy, or somebody that's supposed to be considered, when y'all want to say, special needs. So y'all can have a right to be prejudiced of people for certain reasons. So why am I not allowed to hate nobody for such and such reason? Y'all prejudice to target individuals. Or y'all handpick which targets to be prejudiced of. So I already explained on one of my other channels, clearing up the confusion about the online gang stalkers falsely smear campaigning and lying on me and saying that I'm prejudiced of all Mexicans and call every single Mexican illegal. And that's not true. So if that's the case, I wouldn't eat Mexican food, and I wouldn't even have gone to Mexico. My major was in Spanish. But I will tell y'all again, I experienced racism from Mexicans when I was in Los Angeles and Texas. As I said, the lady from the Social Security office, she did what she did. And I know it was, I'm not going to say I figure, I know it was racially motivated because I'm black. So, but yeah, I mean, as I said, the online gang stalkers, they want to spin certain things, to make me look a certain way. So, okay. Somebody said something about this comment has to be satire. I don't know what you're talking about. So I have been falsely accused of being prejudiced of every race in the doggone world. So, but yeah, I put in a community post about the online gang stalker that threatened me. So if she hurts me, you online gang stalkers got blood on your hands. If she hurt or kill me or hire somebody else to do it, y'all got blood on your hands. Or if anybody around here hurt me, you gangs, or they hurt me or take my life, y'all got blood on y'all hands. I'm documenting everything. And nobody would be this consistent and be lying about everything. So nobody would be this consistent and lying about everything. So but I'm glad that when I showed the threats this morning, I'm glad there was a few people who had my back. It's like, why would y'all want to do something like that? If certain professed targeted individuals say that the gang stalkers ain't gonna hurt you, But even when I had the incident back in January with Richard Terrell and the other perps from downtown, I don't even know how they found my social media. Because even the police work with the in-person gang stalkers and show them my social media and then have them come stalk, follow, harass, and bully me on social media. Like Richard Terrell and them, how they found my TikTok. And the online gang stalkers, they work so fast. They work so fast to try to be tattletales, be snitches, and even falsely report and lie, manipulate, twist, and over exaggerate. Anything that makes you look bad. If you tell the truth or stand for what's right or something like that, and they can't find anything, they will make up shit, make up lies. If they want to look for a reason for you to be wrong about something. But the gang stalking network feel like they got a license and a right to have a prejudice towards me, though. So, I'm sitting here like even earlier, I felt like I was struggling, financially, and I'm wondering, well, it seemed like my food is slowly but surely kind of starting to get a little low. But, I'm like, damn, dealing with very little money and for 2 more weeks. So, I guess now, since it's Saturday, I guess I can say a week and a half. But, I was frustrated, like, how am I going to get 10 more days with having, little to nothing? So after I went to the store and got the things that I got, then I counted $1.87 in the bank and then 98 cents in coins, no paper dollars. Thankfully, I'm not gonna say how much it was because it ain't y'all business, and it's not a whole lot of money like y'all be over exaggerating and lying and falsely assuming. But I got me some help this morning, and I didn't even have to ask. See, so how is it a scam if somebody donate, you know, out of their own heart voluntarily? And y'all don't think there's a such thing as God looking out for me and working through people to you know, or putting it on people's heart to help me out with something? So and people think that they got the authority to override God. What if God wanted you to have $20 and they didn't want you with nothing and they working for Satan? Who are they to think that they got the right to take that away from you? But even abusive, narcissistic, control freak, fake TI perks make it like as if God doesn't want me with a job. God doesn't want me with a loving family. God doesn't want me driving or having a car. Or God doesn't want me, or that God wants me single. Or, or that God wants you broke. Like, who are you to think that you can speak for God and claim to be God's chosen elect and part of 144,000 when you defend and agree with Freemasons and practice witchcraft, and then use projection, narcissistically abuse people, and then falsely accuse me of the witchcraft and voodoo? So, as I said, I hate this fake forced prison of living on, being forced, that everybody, society expects me to live on nothing but SSI and Social Security and nothing else. And as I said, and other people are saying that inflation is going up. So, and I mean, these gang stalkers, I mean, who are y'all to call somebody a criminal when the sex trafficking and the human trafficking or whatever that y'all participate in, like the online harassment and threats, and y'all researching and hunting for where I live at, and then using that to you hide behind anonymous accounts and do petty childish bullying and harassment, and then you say, well, you bully, harass, and threaten me and say, I'm going to have you evicted. Or you say that I'm going to show your neighbors your YouTube videos and stuff like that. Who gave you the authority to do that? Or think you can police my life? I keep on blocking these online gang stalkers. I keep trying to keep them out. They make fake brand new accounts. Each time I block them, they come with another one. Like, get out my business and stay away from my life. But the online gang stalkers they hide their face and real name. But, sometimes they have no avatar and hide behind hide their face and name, but then pretend to be fake bold with all these threats. As I said, the online gang stalkers, they sick that that racist Social Security lady on me like a dog when I was in Bloomington, Texas. They sicked her on me like a dog because they bragged and admitted, they basically lied and said that I be scamming people, or that I be scamming my followers, or scamming my YouTube subscribers, and y'all doing this to me because I'm black, and because I'm female, and it's mainly other black females, and y'all be the ones who be practicing the occult, witchcraft, new age, and falsely glorifying yourselves as empress, goddess, and whatever else. Some of y'all so fucking delusional. You practice witchcraft and you run around here lying and saying that you're Aaliyah and R. Kelly's daughter when you're not. I mean, I've seen quite a few of them do that shit too. Or you lie and say that you're this celebrity's child, or that you're Beyonce and Jay-Z's secret love child and shit like that. I'm like, how the hell is that possible when you got features like Wesley Snipes? I'm just using that for an example. But, or, you know, or you might falsely claim you're related to this and that celebrity or whatever. I'm like, you ain't even close. You don't even look like you resemble. I mean, if you're a black person and you claim to be Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera's secret child or some shit like that, and you practice witchcraft, and y'all be delusional and lying. Like, you a black person, how the hell you gonna be Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera's secret love child, you dumbass? But then y'all be calling me crazy and delusional. And falsely lying and saying that I'm out of touch with reality. But the fact that y'all feel the need to suppress the algorithm and thumb down all my videos, y'all feel the need to operate in packs rather than operating single. Y'all feel threatened by me. Y'all are threatened by me, and you gang stalkers, y'all the criminal scammers. Y'all participate in this sex trafficking and murder. Like, how you gonna be self-righteous about morals when you're part of a murder conspiracy to and you're working abuse by proxy, narcissistic gang stalking, abuse by proxy. But y'all on my ass about the crimes you falsely assume that I'm committing. And it's fucking disgusting. Like, leave me the fuck alone and let me live my life. Get out of my life and mind your fucking business. Even if I did say something like homophobic or racist or whatever, I'm not telling it to you, and you don't even know me or that person. So, like, get the fuck out of my life and get the fuck out of my business. Leave me the fuck alone and stop harassing me. Because what y'all doing is criminal. Because if what you're doing is not a crime, why you need to hide your face? They're going to give you thumbs up and like your post, even if you do show your face. So why are y'all hiding y'all faces? Why don't you reveal your real names, but pretending to be fake tough? And some of y'all are guys, men, dudes of the male gender, and you're acting like a cowardly bully towards a damn disabled, what y'all want to say, mentally challenged or remedial female. If I'm supposed to be disabled and crippled up and mentally off, slow, and retarded, and remedial or intellectually challenged or whatever else, why are you scared of me? If you're a man, you're over 6 feet tall, you're 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", and you feel the need to team up with other people to bully the fuck out of me. Why can't you attack me by yourself? Why do you need an army? Why do you feel so threatened by me? But then the main people that's attacking me is other black women. The main people that's attacking me and trying to take me, it's other people too. But the biggest people that's trying to bring me down and that's been bullying, harassing, and threatening me is other black women. Other black women. And you don't feel like it's a crime or wrong to bully somebody that's considered special needs? To destroy the life of somebody that's considered special needs? Being special needs, your life is ruined and you already have it hard enough. Being disabled, you're already canceled in society worse than gay people. Worse than illegals. People already don't give me a chance in life because I'm black. And, blacks do their own kind the worst. And the blacks are the number one people to complain about it. How fucked up the black community is. But blacks always tearing other blacks down. And they get the first to get jealous and don't want to see another black person get ahead. Excuse me. And the first to sell your own people out, and even worse, your own family. So what would I do in my YouTube videos? It ain't your business. I keep blocking you. So I keep blocking you, that means stay out my fucking business and leave me alone. But they delusionally believe that they own me, and they delusionally believe that they are entitled to me. And it's very fucked up. And people who's supposed to be part of the TI community, they just sit there and watch me be abused and join in on the abuse. Or if I try to go to them for emotional support, they block and cut off all contact with me, or they ghost me, or they defend and agree with the perps, or defend and agree with Freemasons. You defend and agree with perps and Freemasons, yet falsely slander me as a nuisance to God's people. You're not God's chosen elect if you defending Satanists. The very same people you speak against, and then you turn around and betray me unprovoked for no reason. Like, you've been a sneaky ass snake perp, fake TI snake perp, for a long time, and eventually your mask slipped. But you tricked and deceived me and got me really good while pretending to be really targeted, and you're secretly on the other side. That's what they do. They build you up and try to flatter you, and try to juice your head up and butter you up and manipulate you and pretend that you're the best person. Like, they try to pretend that you're better than gold. But then they'll try to first treat you like they think you're better than gold, and then they turn around and treat you like you're worse than rust. And for y'all to say y'all chosen, y'all don't have the love of Jesus Christ, your damn selves. If you claim you're God's chosen elect, you don't even have the love of Jesus Christ. The fact that you sit there and make somebody suffer and think that you got the authority to judge that this person deserves this suffering and punishment, harsh punishment, maximum punishment for your interpretation of what you think makes logical sense to you. And the truth never makes logical sense to people. That's why truth tellers, they always get called crazy, because it seems like the lies and the fakery, people consider that logical and makes the most sense. And y'all think y'all so smart and intelligent and everything, and y'all discernment is way off, way off. And y'all talk about I lack discernment, but and with the fake TI perks, I can't fathom or I can't wrap my head around how you cry about being bullied, you cry about nobody likes you, you beg for donations, and you turn around and complain about me doing all three of those. You hypocritically complain about me doing all three of those things. You tell me ignore the perps while you fight with them and confront them yourself with the perps you claim that you're dealing with. Or you claim you're being gang stalked and you turn around and gang stalk another TI. But I never once got compensated like y'all regular perps are lying and saying. Because y'all try to beat me into submission, and that's why y'all hate me, because y'all try to beat me into submission to join your fake cult. Now, somebody kind of was confused and thought it was funny that I mentioned about her and 666 kids. I don't know how many doggone kids she got, but she got a lot of kids. And, you know, how she got all those kids with one bedroom, I don't know. But that place don't look like it's bigger than one bedroom. It don't look like it's bigger than mine. So, like, when they came over for the inspection the other day, the kids were there because I heard them. So she must be allowed to have them all in there, you know. But I mean, like, it never fails. Even last night, if I think in my head, it's so quiet. Oh, I'm so thankful and glad it's so quiet. Thank God it's so quiet. Oh, something along those lines, I'd be just glad that, oh, it's very quiet. The very moment I think that, that's when somebody starts blasting loud music, or they turn on their TV, or they start with a loud conversation, or I hear the paramedics in the ambulance, like last night. Last night, I thought, for a brief moment, I thought, oh, it's so quiet up in here. I'm glad I can finally be at peace now. But then less than 2 seconds later, the paramedics were so loud for like over 10 minutes. I heard the sirens. I should have put the sirens on film. I should have recorded it. But I caught myself trying to just wait it out and hoping for silence. And then I hear that. So, but yesterday when I was recording the video, I was trying to say that yesterday when I was recording the video, I didn't know, or I didn't realize, because I had my earbuds in, so I didn't know about this school right here. If they had like a football game or band practice or what they had going on. I apologize because I didn't even know. I had my earbuds in, so if y'all heard noise from them, then, I apologize. I didn't realize that there was any practice or any game or any band playing or anything until after I got off the video and took my earbuds off. So I don't have any furniture really up in here. So I just have the baby mattress on the floor, and I have this purple fold-up chair from the academy that I've been having for a while. So, I got some things up in here, but excuse me, I got some things up in here, but that's why you can still hear an echo, because I don't really have any furniture up in here. But I don't know what it is. I mean, when you don't have furniture, you can hear an echo when you talk. But once you get furniture, the echo goes away. I don't know. I don't know why that is in any house or apartment or place where you live at. You know. So, but yeah, as I said, like with the lady from the Social Security office, she was racist against black people. She was racist against me, and that's why she had the attitude that she had. And that's why she abused me over the phone the way she did, because she knew I was a black person on the other end. And she threatened me, threatened my finances. And so, let me tell y'all this, though. After I did the video showing that the piece of plug got stuck in the outlet, YouTube recommended me a video of a channel called Police Plug. Right after I did the video about a plug, and then they had a YouTube channel named Police Plug, and the video popped up on my feed. And then I keep on getting a lot of videos on, no matter what channel, keep on getting videos of police activity and crimes. I guess to further traumatize me and make me more scared, and because after being traumatized, as I said, in having bad dreams and nightmares about getting arrested or going to jail. But ever since I left Bloomington and came back here, I didn't really have, I don't recall whether or not I had like jail or prison nightmares, but I had a nightmare a couple of nights ago, about my twin sister making up a lie on me, another lie on me, and I had a warrant out for my arrest in the in the dream, and that I was supposed to be locked up for life. So with the dream, the gang stalking and the dream manipulation, they try to manipulate me to be fearful and scared with that. So they try to spook me in bad dreams, and then I'd be so traumatized and be like, in New Orleans, they would say that your nerves is bad if you're agitated or angry or frustrated, or if you're agitated, angry, frustrated, or annoyed or something. New Orleans people say, "Baby, my nerves bad." Like they'll say that their nerves is bad. So if I wake up with high anxiety, anger, frustration, and feeling kind of traumatized to the point where it's pretty hard and difficult for me to fall back asleep after being startled out of such a bad, traumatizing nightmare, But lately, the dreams and nightmares, I told y'all, ever since moving here, I've been having nightmares about myself being back homeless. But even when I was in Bloomington, I would have nightmares about myself being back homeless on the streets. And the online gang stalkers kept making the repetitive threats. Like the very day I got up in here, they were making threats to have me evicted. So originally, with me being scared and not knowing what the crime level would be up in here, as I said, I'm surprised there's a few nice people here. But they be fake nice Freemason perps around here too. Fake nice Freemason perps around here. Like the sex trafficking perp that had his arm hanging out the window precisely when I went to take out the trash to the dumpster. And that's one of the reasons why I said I'm not leaving outside for any reason yesterday. Because sometimes you feel like you just don't even want to see any gang. You don't want to see or hear any gang stalking activity. You just want to take even if it's a day of a vacation away from any activity and just have your mind to be free. Like if you just want to have a whole day where you don't want to see anyone here, like where you don't want to see an idiot's perping with the red shirt, or you know, or idiots with an arm hanging out the window. But they've been having some people who would tell me to be cautious of the gang stalkers, saying that the gang stalkers could hurt me. But other people will say that the gang stalkers aren't allowed to touch you, or that they're not allowed to give you eye contact, they're not allowed to touch you, they're not allowed to talk to you. Well, if that's the case, why they have fake nice gang stalkers that walk up to me and pretend to be fake friendly and pretend to offer help, especially out of my homeless situation, and they lie just to get my phone number. They lie just to get my phone number. And then you wonder how online strangers got access to your phone number. Or you wonder how anybody got access to your phone number. But the police work with the in-person gang stalkers, and they're also working with the online gang stalkers, especially the Pensacola police and the Escambia County sheriffs. So Alex Dupree used to tell me that the police got me under surveillance. And he would tell the police how to abuse me. Tell the police what to do. Alex would forcefully involve himself into my life. Like, and to go through this, and you got to be forced to be hyper vigilant. And even other women, like another black woman, would betray you in defense of a white man. You don't even get protection from your own people. And that black female bus driver, when Alex ran me out of Pensacola, yeah, they would communicate with each other and throwing up satanic hand signs while talking. Yeah, I saw it and I put it on film. And the online gang stalkers, they even got those videos wrongfully taken down. Like, as I said, the video from the other day on one of my other channels, the online gang stalkers got that video, falsely reported that video, and I'm glad I was able to appeal and restore it. But y'all falsely report and get so much of my evidence taken down that then everybody falsely accusing me of being a fake TI and lying and saying I don't have any evidence, because the online gang stalkers, they be falsely reporting and getting all my evidence taken down. And a lot of times I appeal it and they reject my appeals on YouTube. And then when you reject my appeals, you're part of the gang stalking too. And it's fucked up for them to be dependent on AI, artificial intelligence, to YouTube and TikTok. They have admitted that more than half of the reporting, that they rely on AI to detect, and artificial intelligence needs to be banned. All this mind control technology and the gang stalking and all that, it needs to be banned. So, if online perps, like, I think it was the fake Aquarium Doors perp used my twin sister's name the other day. And somebody made, a perp called me a greedy scammer and chimpanzee and threatened me this morning. And at first I thought that was Aquarium Doors, but then I thought it was that Jessica person. But then if it was neither one of y'all, then I apologize. But whoever that was, though. And then there was another perp that made a fake made a fake account and said Candy Fake TI. Well, you can't refute my evidence in the I even found a way to put it on the top of my profile. And y'all see the evidence and still don't believe me because y'all are perps living in denial. Sold out perps trying to gaslight and manipulate. Y'all, even narcissistic control freak fake TI perps have seen that video and commented on it. And then pick a fight with me and then lie on me and say that I'm a perp with zero evidence about being targeted. You saw my evidence. You saw that video and multiple others. So you see proof and lie and say I never did this and that, or I never said this and that, but then you're trying to create a false narrative about my life in any way that makes me look bad. And you can slander and make lies, but when I speak the truth, you make threats to take me to court and sue me. I mean, how the fuck you make a threat to sue a homeless person when a homeless person is speaking the truth about your abuse? And you want to threaten with lawsuits and cease and desist letters. You even make death threats and whatever else. Even the fake TI perps. Like, well, if you're a real targeted individual, how many of your actual gang stalkers have you threatened for cease and desist letters and lawsuits? I bet you, yeah, because y'all want to pretend to be fake, merciful, and forgiving towards the gang stalkers, but you're mad at a fellow TI and you want to go out of your way to destroy that person. I was already homeless and suffering. And y'all falsely accused me of being a paid perp when I was out there on the street struggling. And I'm like, this is fucking insanity. Y'all call me crazy. Even the fake TI perps who claim to be Christian, religious narcs, falsely call themselves God's chosen elect and 144,000 while you defending and agreeing with perps and Freemasons and Satanists and voodoo witchcraft practitioners. You defend and agree with them and side with them, and you give them a thumbs up. Y'all can slander me and falsely accuse me of being greedy, falsely accuse me of being a scammer, falsely accuse me of being racist and homophobic, falsely accuse me of this, falsely accuse me of that. But I'm not allowed to speak the truth on my own fucking channel. And I got y'all blocked. But yeah, you keep thumbing me down because y'all feel threatened. I hope that y'all identities and y'all crimes will be exposed one day. But since I cannot go to the police, and because the police are in on it, that's why I document my shit on YouTube and TikTok. And y'all even try to shut all that down. And on Twitter too. And on my blog. And y'all try to shut me down on every avenue. Everywhere. My blog is not your fucking business, perps. My YouTube is not your business. My blog is not your business. My Twitter is not your business. My Ko-fi is not your business. My fundraiser is not your business. My TikTok is not your business. And my real fucking life is not your damn business. And you want to sit there and complain about or meddle in, trying to talk about what I do to other people. I'm not doing it to you, so it ain't your business. Leave me the fuck alone. But you put it out on the internet. I blocked your account. Stay away from me. Stop fucking harassing me. You do not have the license or the right to stalk, follow, and harass me, which is a fucking crime. And the fact that you get paid to do it, you are a sex trafficking perp. Criminal. You should be fucking locked up. And you getting paid to torture, that's a big fucking scam right there. Shut the fuck up.